Dragon Ball Z, this shit was dumb. A bunch of dudes yelling for like a whole episode. Just cut away. Some guys like, yeah! And then they cut away. And they come back to the guy, like, yeah! That's Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. So I guess Kakarot here is forcing me to get on this Patreon guy. Patreon people, what up? YouTube people, Patreon people, whatever people. I made a Patreon and I said I would fucking do priority uploads for certain people on Patreon. The goals are getting updated. But I just wanted to say that is a thing that I'm doing because I get so many lessons. I've literally had over 300 fucking lessons of League. Season 7 started up. A lot of the lessons aren't even going to make it to YouTube because it's all outdated. Like, who the fuck cares? And that's all good, man. That's all good. As long as the people, I try to make sure that people see it live. So definitely for the YouTube people that are going to inevitably watch this, check out the Patreon link. I'll put it in the description, blah, blah, blah. So we got Ryze versus Echo. Ryze is the god tier mid. And so is Syndra, technically. As Ryze, we have one goal in life. And that is to spam our E key. We spam our E key. And we shove. We fucking shove. Because we need to get our siege wave pushed in faster than everybody else. That's the thing about Ryze. That's all we do. We jam, dude. We jam really fast. And that's the thing that makes this dude OP. That's what happens to Dragon Ball Z, dude. We just fucking scream at each other for a whole episode. Put the E on the siege creep. Put it on there. Fuck him up. He's out of line. Put the E on the siege creep. Shove in. Where is your pot? So these pots that aren't being used are tilting me. You just want to shove this wave in and back and get tier. That's the Ryze thing. That's what we do as Ryze. We jam the first 3 waves. We farm like a genius. And then we have enough gold for tier. Where are you at? You started... You need like 400 and something? So yeah, hit the farm, shove in, get the tier. No! The siege creep. Do we have enough for tier? No, we don't. Because we noob, we feed. Don't miss that farm. This is a mess. Alright, Kakarot, buddy. Farm better, and that way we'll have a tier sooner. But thankfully, you do pick up a kill. There's really no reason to get hit by these ever, FYI. So in that situation, dude, you are better off going up. If you have to choose, stream, if we have to choose in these situations, just take the damage and let him fucking, and let him fight us in minions. Because we're gonna get more, we're gonna take more damage by eating the stun, 100%. The only reason that trade's even remotely anything is because of the turret shot that he randomly tanks for God knows what reason. That ghost needs to come a lot sooner. You need to be able to identify a trade that is positive for us, okay? You know he doesn't have flash because you just saw this shit show over here, right? So Ghost needs to come out now. This is when Ghost is popped, and you need to be running in front of him with Ghost to make sure that this is a smooth kill and we also keep our HP up. It's important. All right. So look how long it takes for you to ghost. You should know he's fucked here. See? That's why we lead in front of him. No, you're good. You're good, Cav. I mean, that's, you know, being a new player, that's part of the game, dude. Everyone was new, dude. Every person. And, like, that's just how it is. Everyone's had to start somewhere. Because the key thing, dude, is that if we push, if we go sooner, we tank less turret shots, we're more decisive. That means that if Talon happens to jump a wall or some bullshit, yeah, he did. But it's okay. That's not what I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned about you need to identify that he's in kill range and put the ghost on to keep it short, because it's Echo. He's gonna be annoying, and we want to put the kill away and snowball. You snowball on Echo, it's like fucking Phreo. And if, like I said, if Talon had jumped that wall while we were diving, man, that would have been horrible, and all because we didn't ghost fast enough. Good sweeping lens before green jungle item. Yeah, you can get the red trinket if you're going for the jungle item, but like you shouldn't rush the jungle item. Triple kill. Gross. That was a really good trade. I'd probably be jamming here and getting out of the way. You don't really want to stay. And you do. Thanks, Snake Pit. Love you, dude. Teleport sooner here? Teleport needed to happen already because of what Talon does. And you need to be able to... I'm going to give you a hard time here, and it's only... I've already played against this a bunch. It's new. But you need to know what this guy's thinking. The Elise heart pumping sound. Sketch. Once you know what this guy's thinking, it's a lot easier to interdict. Basically, he's going to jump all terrain at all times. If you can get in front of the terrain that he's going to jump to, it's over. So really, you want to be ulting to here, first and foremost. That's where you want to be going. If you can do that, you're in good shape. So if you had ulted right here to the river, you may have been able to stop him if you react quickly. But you've already wasted your time going here because he's just going to jump the next wall. It's either you need to be in front of the position that he's going or don't fucking bother. And the best way to trade against Talon, for those who are wondering, like new Talon, anytime you're fucking with him, you're basically getting him to jump a wall and then ignore. Get him to jump the wall and then ignore. As of the pause, yeah, then don't even look for it because he's gone then. Yeah, that's fine. Because if you're not gonna land, if it's not in range, if you're not close enough, then just let it go because he's gone. Once he's made it to a wall, it's over. So just program your brain now that that's what Talon does. You win this. I honestly don't even know why you space back there. He can't kill you there. There's no fucking way. He's so far behind, and his items, you don't even have to space away from that guy. Oh yeah, then that's fine, dude. This lane is so over. Like, it's so ridiculously over. I don't agree with what this is. Just secure mid, dude. Just secure mid here. You're already fed, like... Yeah, I would just break open mid tower if I were you there. It's a good shutdown, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, in terms of what's going to do more for you, that Draven's going to be there again in a moment anyways. You might as well break down mid and make people come to you. Is the best way I can say it. Some good battles going on here, dude. Do we actually lose? Am I being trolled? How do we lose? I always ask this question. I'm always amazed. It's a good flash to carry, gets you dragon. My only criticisms of you really have been like how assertive you were with your ghost, and then this fucking leaving this turret up. I think we needed to take that down. But so far, dude, you've been pretty on point. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. Your early game missing farm is very important. That's a big part of the early game is Ryze, is getting through the first 3 waves, getting the majority of the farm, getting the tier. You kind of luck into an early kill here too, so let's not get too carried away with the praising. Although it's warranted here. You're playing well. It's just we could have done a better job. A little ambitious. I actually like the idea. I really do, because I'm all about it. I always yell at Cliffardo, for example, for not being not taking enough initiative.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
The problem I think with this is that Vayne, it's mostly that it's 3v3. You're parking into a 3v3 with the fed Draven, which means unless you blow up Draven, it's not even a 3v3 because Vayne doesn't come with us. So best case scenario, you get a 3v3 and you have to blow up Draven. Like, there's probably better options here. You probably just back and reset here. Or port them in front of the wave. Might have been a little safer. But porting on top of them, like... Yeah. That's what makes it... That's what makes that bad, is that we probably should have... Even a 3v3 that might have turned out shitty for us. But I like the initiative. It's just, it's mechanically bad. If you had just parked it immediately in front of the wave, that would have been a great play, actually. If Vayne comes along, I think you just get wiped 3v0 and you lose inhib too. Maybe I mean, here's the thing. Even if Vayne comes with you, she doesn't have her ult, and their ADC is like, let's go back and look at it again. First things first, you can't assume. Your teammates are always going to disappoint you. And as a man who doesn't fuck with new Ryze, I'm going to tell you right now, it's hard enough getting your teammates to follow up on your individual engage playing globals, like for example, like a TF or a Shen or something. It's another thing entirely expecting a bunch of randoms to play off of your ideas. If you port behind them here, you need to remember that Vayne doesn't have ult, Sona doesn't have ult, you don't have Ghost, you don't have Flash. Ghost is a big part of your mechanical, like, your wiggle room, basically, in a fight. So, if they had their ults and they all came along, yeah, it would be probably an easy win. Because Zona would just pop out and ult Draven. He's gone because he doesn't have QSS yet. And then that's fucking free. But the problem was you got caught up in the momentum hype where you're like, you fucking shitting on these kids, right? And you're like, well, I'm going to ult. And I'm just going. And you're not even thinking about it. When in reality, you should have been like, okay, yeah, I'm dumping. But let's just, let's slow it down here because we've used all our ults. Let's just hold for a second, take a breather, and then blow these kids off the map because I've got gold behind. I've got a little bit until Ghost, and then I can find a better spot.
Turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, you're basically just waiting for the. You're basically waiting for the ult. Like the Sona ult would be so easy. That's all you really need is Sona ult, and then Vayne has to follow, of course. But popping out of the tunnel and ulting 2 people, hitting Draven with 1, it's over there. Yeah, you would basically be ulting to here, and just hold the wave because you got to think about it. You got momentum everywhere. Like you go open top. You can hold mid down now, and you can take a breather. Let your team push for a bit, and then when they try to back, you could engage them too. But it's just a little ambitious. Okay, what happens? How do we get here? We go hunting for Xin. And I think we lose sight of the map. So we chase him in. Teemo is nowhere to be found. So it's basically 4v5 here. And I think you just lose sight of what's happening. And you get CC locked and we're done so. Also, for the purposes of Ryze mechanically, your mana staff needs to be active now already. Just needs to go. And the other thing that I'm going to tell you is that you are pushing in too far without a... You need to understand that the guy that you're going ham for is pretty fucking useless. You'd be better off ulting behind this guy too, by the way, than ghosting after him, just because you could more reliably like dictate his positioning and keep your ghost. Because you got to remember that your ghost is always going to be on a much longer cooldown than your ult. So anytime you want to pick, this doesn't matter if you're TF or Ryze, anytime you want to pick, just fucking ult. Just do it, because it's going to get you more value if you're wrong than if you're wrong with Ghost. Ghost is your oh shit spell and your secure spell if you absolutely need it. Ult's more of a like, oh, I got an ISO pick. I can also bring my team with me, remember? So you're just... shorter cooldowns, more reliability in terms of like bringing your team with you. You get to plop right in front of the guy. And there's a chance that, if you ult in the bush, there's a chance... I'm pretty sure that he won't see it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But either way, it's going to have a little bit more wiggle room to play with than your Ghost. And again, the cooldown's shorter. Once he's out like that, just let it go. Staying on the ward. This is just you tunneling. You just tunnel. They clearly rotate around. You're clearly in their jungle. Teemo's in the base. It's 4v5. After he jumps out, you just want to reset and go towards top. Maybe shove it in or something. And that's us. That's just a wonky. We got caught without getting our damage off. That means they get Baron. It's like the most unfortunate wipe It's a really messy wipe. It's like when you wipe and there's a lot of poo still there. It's an unfortunate wipe. There's smooth wipes. There's smooth dumps where you're like, oh, that's not that bad. That was an unfortunate wipe, dude. You're looking for those smooth wipes. Nice and smooth, dude. Yeah, right next to Baron. That's true. Yep. Sometimes you wipe and there's a chance that the team doesn't go for it. That would not be the time. Like they literally just stand. They kill you standing next to Baron, so it's very easy. Now with a couple picks like that, notice that our level lead is kind of deteriorated. Thankfully, Draven gets way out of line. So we lose an inhib, which is pretty standard versus Baron. Like, they get Baron. We had a huge, unfortunate situation. Losing an inhib is normally going to happen. It's whether or not we lose, like, 2 that I'm more worried about. This is pretty even. It's a lot of Baron minions. Don't know what Elise is doing. She's going full retard. You can't control that in solo queue.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
All right. Dude, this is unlucky as shit. But our ult in mid and us getting picked up here is what just totally shits on the game. This one is like, I'm telling you, this is like a horrendous time to get caught. It's the worst. It's the worst. And it's not just oops, I died. It's like, oops, I died. My team died. They get Baron. They get total map control. And that is just total. That's like game-breakingly. That's very, very tough to come back from. So it started with this move here. The ult into the team, very bad. It is only bad because logically it's incredibly more reliable to just hold turret. So ulting in here and dying is super bad and breaks our momentum. Getting picked here again is like game over, considering that we are our team right now and we have to be alive and controlling the map. And getting picked and giving Baron away will make this game. It literally cuts this game's lifespan 20 minutes flat, just like that. You took a game that probably would last like 30, 35 minutes. We may still lose. But you took a game that would probably last 30, 35 minutes, and you immediately just shortened it. Like, there's no way that the game continues, basically. And who knows how long it would have went if we didn't make those 2 mistakes. And it just goes to show you how globals can quickly, like that getting picked here quickly throws our momentum away. We had the game under control. From lane phase, you dominated this guy. You had a little momentum with your teammates, and that one move completely shifts gears because not only did you just dropped your teammate in the middle of it, you died. That opens up the map, switches the gears. Elise was flaming the team. Yeah. Yes, that's correct. I mean, your Elise sucked, but honestly, we could have kept this game alive, and who knows? Who knows the result, right? And then this again, was like just absolute tragedy. So in the future, things that I would do, your early laning needs to be cleaner. You're not always going to have some idiot give you a first blood. You played it well, and you played with momentum and confidence, which I'm all about. You were trying to find plays. just try to not, like, even your ult pickoff on the Talon was super thin. Like, I probably wouldn't even have gone too far for it. But you need to know how to dial back that aggression and quickly shift gears. Okay? So, like, when you made that pick on, when you try to make the pick on the Xin Zhao and he gets out, just shift gears, give it up. Don't overplay shit. All right? Make the attempt. It didn't work, let it go. What you had a habit of doing this game was you would make the attempt, it didn't look good, and you kept going. It worked out here, but it really bit you in the ass hard later in the game. So you got to take the guaranteed shit. All right. Dude, good gameplay. Thank you very much for submitting it. It is a definite rough one, and you know it could have been a loss anyways, but we will never know because of some of our decisions here in the mid game. That's why I can't be like, oh, it's your team, they suck. The game was tricky though. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that bullshit. It's DC. I love you. Thank you very much. Shut them out. Peace. Crackers.